Hello, welcome to this screencast on how to export your Google Drive data. I will show you a few options on how to export or back up your Google Drive data. This will be good for any student or staff member that will be leaving the district and no longer have access to your Wilmington Google account. Once you're logged into your Google account and into your mail, you'll go up here to the top right hand corner, and this could be an image or it could just be a letter. This is a simple testing account that I'm using currently. I'm going to click on that icon and I'm going to select my account. If you've never been to my account, basically this is all the settings and account preferences that have to do with your specific Google account. It's kind of a good idea to familiarize yourself with some of the things and options that you have available that are very specific for your account. The area we're going to be concerned with is control your content. That's under personal info and privacy. So I'm going to click on control your content, and it's going to take you into this area where it's going to show you two different options. The first option is download your data. The second option is transfer your content. It really doesn't matter which one you choose. It just depends on how you want to actually have that backed up data. The download your data is going to create an archive copy of the data from the Google products that you select. It's going to create a zip file or multiple zip files depending on the size of the data that you have in your Google account. The transfer content basically will transfer emails and Google Drive files to another Google account. So if you have a personal Google account, this might be a good option to simply transfer the data. If not, and you want to create a backup file that you can then essentially open on any computer, whether it's Windows or a Mac, they'll be able to read the zip file. If you want to create the archive or go that route, you're going to select Create Archive. Here you're going to have the option to include which data you actually want to back up. You probably don't want to back up everything, probably just the stuff that's most important. If you just want to do mail and drive data, you can simply select None, and then just simply select the items that you want to back up. If you're not really sure and you want to make sure you don't miss anything, you can always just keep all of these products selected and simply click Next. Here you have a few options. It's going to tell you how many products you selected, and then there's some file type options. I would leave it as the .zip file format. They can be opened on almost any computer, as you can see it tells you here. There are some options here on archive size, depending on which size you choose. When you go to these larger options, it uses a certain compression, which will then warn you about some older operating systems not being able to open these large compressed files. So if you want to make it 4 gig, that's probably one of the safer numbers. It just means that you might have multiple zip files depending on the size of your Google Drive data that you're backing up. And then the delivery method, you can add to Drive if you have another Drive account you'd like to add it to, Dropbox, OneDrive, or it can send a download link via email. Really doesn't matter. Once you've actually created the archive, you can go to Manage Archives, and this is important where you can see what's been going on and view history of maybe how many archives you've created. You'll notice there's a created on date, tells you the products you selected, when it's available. You'll notice mine is very, very small because this is a test account, so there's not a lot of data, and I don't think I've actually created any Google Docs or anything. So, and it's important to also note the available until date, because then they don't keep these forever and you'll need to download it before that date hits, or you'll have to create another archive as long as you have access to it. The email that you'll receive, which you can see I've gotten a couple, looks like this. Basically it tells you your account data, kind of gives you the date, some information on what was backed up, tells you until the date you have available, and you can simply select Download Archive. It will make sure that you are logged into the account and re-authenticate you. And then it takes you back into the same screen. You'll notice here it's a compressed zip file that you can simply then save wherever you want to locally. Now it's onto your local device and you can basically do anything with that data that you would like. So that's the Create Archive, or basically a downloaded file of your Google data. If you'd like to simply transfer that content, you'll click Start Transfer. Here's where you're going to enter the destination account. So this will be another Google account that either you just create for this purpose, or maybe it's a personal account that you already have. You'll input that email address. What it will do is send you a code via email to that destination account. You'll receive that code, you'll enter that code, and then you'll verify the destination account, and then you'll select the content, very similar to the same way we just created the zip file. Once you create those, you will start that transfer process, and then you have about 7 days. It tells you, I think it's about a week before this content will actually be transferred. The reason why it does this and doesn't do it immediately is it wants to make sure that it's really you who has initiated this file transfer. Because if it's not you, at any point during that time, you have the ability to cancel. So you'll notice here, I'm going to go ahead and use my account as the destination account, and I'm going to simply say send code. Now basically I have to go and check my email for this code. You'll notice here I received an email from Google indicating that a request was made to transfer the content. I will simply say get confirmation code, and you'll notice here I get this code. I will simply copy and paste it into where it says enter code, and I will select verify. Once it verifies the code, it basically tells me the destination account and the account from which it's going to transfer, and then basically I have the options of Drive and Gmail, and then I will simply choose start transfer. See, it says it may take up to a week for the transfer to complete. You'll receive an email when it's finished, and again you can view history to see that it's in progress. You'll receive an email when it's done, and you can then verify with that other account that the actual transfer has completed. So those are the two easiest ways that are kind of built into Google to quickly create backup archives or transfer your content to another drive. Again, this will be something that's very useful if you're leaving the district as a student or staff member, so you can take that data with you. Thanks for watching.